Casey, if I can get you to take your sunglasses off, that way we've got good video of you for everybody for TV. You and I'm not sure. Your cutoff shirt way better than John Nathan for the record. Let's see, Tom, you want to lead us off?
That'd be fine. Hey, Casey, good to talk to you. Just your thoughts on going to the Phillies at the spot that you did. What are your thoughts there?
Honestly, like, I didn't really care. I'm just grateful to have an opportunity, to continue my, baseball career, to move on to the next level. And I think it's time. And like I said, I'm just really grateful for the opportunity that, they're taking a chance on me. So, I'm definitely ready.
Dave just mentioned to us that the Phillies had kind of had their eye on you ever since you got to school, and maybe, before that. Did you get that sense in talking to whomever you talked to with the Phillies?
Yeah, I talked to a few of their scouting guys, and he was super upfront with me about everything. Just basically continued to say how they really liked me, and I was still on their board somewhere, and then it just kind of worked out to where they were able to pick me up, and like I said, just super grateful for the opportunity. I'm excited.
Yeah, Dave mentioned that the Phillies were really shocked that you were still on the board. A long wait for you. What was that like, and were you surprised it took that long to go?
Yeah, it was a stressful day, very long day, but a very exciting moment, I can tell you. Something, I've worked for my whole life. It's been my all-time goal of my, entire life to get to this point. And, here we are talking about it day after it happening. Still hasn't quite set in yet. So still trying to figure out how to let it sink in. But like I said, it's been a crazy ride up until now. And just super grateful to be in the situation I'm in. Whether I was going first, third, fourth, fifth round, I didn't care. It doesn't matter. Just really, really happy for the opportunity.
All right. My final question to you, Casey Opitz has basically already announced he's going to come back. What are your thoughts on the squad that Dave have assembled for 2021?
Man, you're getting probably the best defensive catcher in the nation back on a roster that lost two guys only, and who's bringing in the number one ranked class in the nation. We'll be expecting another ride back to the World Series for sure. They're going to be extremely talented, and the atmosphere is going to be great as always. But what Coach Dave Van Horn is able to accomplish there, year after year after year. You look at the past 4 years now. He's put together, including next year, even though we haven't seen it yet. That's going to be 4 College World Series teams, I think, in a row, after losing so many people. But being able to do that, back to back years, just says a lot about the program and what he's doing there. And Opitz is gonna walk in there with the chip on his shoulder. I think he's gonna use it as motivation, and he's going to be a true leader. He's gonna lead that team to another World Series. So I can't wait to watch him be successful and get everything he deserves.
Okay. Hey, Casey, thanks a lot. Best to you, except when you play the Braves. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Let's go to Matt Gelb. Matt covers the Phillies. Casey.
Hi, Casey. Congrats. I'm just wondering, how much do you think you would have benefited from a full season, and what were some of those adjustments you were making right before the season was canceled? And I'm wondering, if that would have helped, for the rest of the season there.
Yeah. Man, I just changed the mechanical standpoints of my swing. I took the load, my big leg kick out. I went to a little toe tap that just kind of softened everything down. I created, a lot of less movement in my head and a lot of extra movement that I didn't need. And, we worked with that after Houston, and come back 2 or 3 games, started to take off. And then, season was canceled. So I think it might have been my best year yet, honestly, if I would have got to continue to play. But there's a reason for everything to happen, I think, and so here we are.
Will you sign for above slot? Have you signed? I mean, Coach made it sound like you guys had an agreement already.
I won't say how much, but I think I got a fair amount for where I was picked and for my value. So.
And have they told you where they think they envision you playing whenever baseball ever comes back?
We have not. We haven't talked about anything. This is my first call, and it's probably gonna be my only one too. So.
Thank you. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Tara?
To kind of bounce off of that, during the broadcast, the analyst had actually mentioned possibly you playing at second. Is that something that you'd be open to?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't see why not. I know when I came into school, Van Horn actually put me behind Carson Shaddy at second before I moved over to third. So I don't see why not. Just another position that you can put in your utility bag, I guess you could say.
And then what was draft day like for you? Were you with family, friends? You do anything exciting?
Yeah, so I was actually with my family, and my girlfriend came down, and it was exciting. Very stressful 2 days for sure, but definitely exciting. Something I've worked for my whole life, and being able to hear your name called. I don't think there's another feeling like it, honestly. So just super excited.
And so what's next for you right now? Where do you go next?
Honestly, I don't know yet. we haven't talked to him yet. Haven't decided what we're gonna do as far as where they want to send you because of everything that's going on. There's no baseball, so it's kind of like what do we do? So I guess it's just kind of a waiting game at this point until they decide what to exactly come about this.
Okay, Casey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bobby?
Hey, Casey, good to talk to you. What's the one thing that you kind of heard the most that you need to work on with your game, whether it's offense or defense, taking it to the next level?
Everybody just says swing and misses. It's what all the analytic guys say, all the scouts say. So, we're going to continue to work on that.
Well, what's the key to that? Is it just patience at the plate? Is it trusting your eyes? I mean, what makes that so difficult for guys who can't play baseball like me?
I think it's just repetition, man. Like, in college you get maybe 200 something at bats, and then the professional level you get over 500. I just have such a motor that just likes to go instead of slow down. And I think once I start getting more repetitions, I think that motor will slow down just naturally. So I just think I just need to get as many at bats as I can.
Thank you.
Nate Allen.
As any particular memories of Arkansas that you stick out to you in your career here?
Man, I'd say my favorite memory is probably it's probably stepping out on the College World Series for the first time, seeing 30 to 40,000 fans. That's a big league ballpark. That's something you dream of as a kid, being able to be a part of. But I was grateful enough to be a part of it twice. And but that first time stepping out there as a freshman and not actually just being in the dugout, but actually being a part of it, being in the lineup, being on the field, being able to impact the game. It's a feeling like no other.
As far as next year's team, can you see Robert Moore stepping in at shortstop?
Yeah, I can actually. Dude's super athletic. He's extremely talented. And I know Coach likes to put older guys at shortstop because you're basically a leader. You're the quarterback of the field. You and the catcher, you are running the show. So I don't know what he will do, but I don't think Robert would be a bad move at all to slide on over there. He can handle the position well, I think.
I appreciate it. Good luck to you, Casey.
Thank you.
Hutch.
Yeah, Casey, I know Tara already asked you about possibly playing second base at the next level, but I was reading that center field is also an option. Is that a position you have experience with, and is that something you would possibly be comfortable with playing at the pro level?
Yeah, I actually grew up a catcher and outfielder. So before I made the transition to shortstop and second base when I was 14 or 15, I grew up playing, catcher and outfield. So just another position that I can play, which helps me out in the long run, I think.
All right, that's all I got, Casey. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Kyle.
Hey, Casey, what do you want to say to everybody in Lowell? What's your message to the Jackrabbit community?
Jackrabbit community, man. I know I say a lot, but I would just say, never give up on your dream. I was a kid once in their shoes, from a little town, 4,000, and who had a big dream. And here I am getting a chance to pursue all my dreams, and they've all come true. So, just never get down, never quit working, and, keep going after it, because, the sky's the limit, and nothing's impossible.
Thanks for everything over the years, Casey. Best of luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bob.
Hey, Casey. How you doing? Congrats. Hey, Bobby Werner is a manager in the Phillies organization. I know you said you didn't know where they might send you, and maybe, he's not at a level high enough that you'd be playing above that. I think he's in the Gulf Coast League. But have you talked to Bobby, and what do you think about the possibility that you could be playing for him in the minor leagues possibly?
Well, Bobby actually called me yesterday, and he texted me, and I'm supposed to call him again today sometime. I got a chance to work with Bobby when he was here at the university before he got the job offer at the Phillies. Dude is outstanding, an outstanding character as a person, as a coach, as a player. He has nothing but respect from others, and man, there's not a single person that doesn't like Bob. But I love Bobby. He used to call something we called our hands team monos. So a little thing from him. He'd probably appreciate that as a shout out. But man, I'd love to play with Bobby. He's a one-time guy. He's a character. He's fun to be around. He's exciting. I mean, he's a Gold Glove. I mean, that dude has a lot of knowledge to share with the world. So I don't know why you wouldn't want to play with the guy.
He's pretty young to even be a minor league manager, in my mind anyway. Are you impressed that, I don't know, maybe he's 25 or something like that, but he's already a manager at the professional level?
Yeah, I mean, you should be impressed. I mean, the guy is young, and he has that position. I think that just, shows a lot about his character, his progress, and through the years and all the knowledge that he's brought in. He's able to teach these guys and pass it on, which is, this says a lot about his developmental side as coaching, which is great for him. He'll make a good career out of it one day.
I didn't read this myself, but I guess I saw somebody tweet about Bryce Harper reaching out to you about your music video. Were you aware of that? And if so, what would you take away from that?
I was not. Bryce Harper did. He actually FaceTimed me after I got selected. One of the probably biggest moments of my life, honestly. I mean, I've grown up watching Bryce Harper play. He's a stud. He plays the game hard, and never would I have dreamed that I'd be on the other end of the phone with him. But man, here we are, and it was definitely cool and exciting, and something I remember for the rest of my life.
Well, what did he say to you that maybe hit you a certain way, or there's a big takeaway from your conversation with them?
Man, honestly, I kind of blacked out in the middle of it, to be honest. It was just so unreal. But man, he just told me congrats, and said he's ready for me to come down and get to work, and he said, man, he said, I told our guy that we had to draft you back in February. He said, I've been watching your stud. He said, but I told our guy, like, we got to have you. And then sure enough, I got drafted by the Phillies. So I guess you could say my takeaway is, just because, I'm just a college baseball player, these older guys actually watch. They watch, they pay attention to athletes, which is awesome to see.
That's good. I just got one more. Wherever they send you, you going to take your guitar with you?
Wherever they send me, I will take my guitar with me, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, man. Enjoyed covering you, but best of luck.
I appreciate it.
Tom, if you have any more?
I'm good. Thanks a ton, Casey. Best of luck to you.
Thank you all over the years. Appreciate it, guys.
Anybody else here before we let Casey go? Give me a wave.
Hey, Kyle, I had two.
Go ahead, Dorian.
Hey, Casey. I was just wondering, as Arkansas is your home state school, leading the program to back-to-back trips to Omaha for the first time in program history, how do you hope people look back and remember your role as part of what the program's been able to build over the last couple of years?
Well, I hope they see me as a leader. I hope they see all the hard work that I put in. I hope they see mainly how hard I really play the game every day. Because I can guarantee you there wasn't a single day where I walked off that field, even if I was over 5 with 5 strikeouts and 3 errors. There still wasn't a day where I walked off the field and said, man, I wish I should have done more, because there wasn't a day where I didn't give it all I had. So I just hope they appreciate, what I've been able to accomplish here, what I was able to do with the team. And I really hope they appreciate my love for the game, and all the hard work, sweat and tears and blood and all that. I just hope they see how much I actually put into the game here, because I left it all on the field every time.
And then I know you've talked about it a little bit before, but could you just kind of expand on what Dave Van Horn has meant to you and your career, and how he helped you grow over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I've said it before in a lot of different interviews, but man, he took a chance on a small town kid, and he made it possible for me to make it up to college. He, like I said, he took a chance and gave me a scholarship. Come up there, he put a lot of trust in me, and I think it's more as a family-oriented program, and I think that's, I texted him last night. He texted me, told me congrats, all that, and he said he'd call me in a few days when everything settles down to talk, and I just texted him back, and I just said, I just want to thank you for all the opportunities, and just never forget that you are the reason I'm here, because you took a chance on me and gave me tons of opportunities to grow as a player, but also as a person. I told him just never forget, that he's part of the reason why I'm here, and I'll always be grateful for that. He's a father. He's definitely a father figure. You get to college, you're on your own, and he's more worried about what you're doing in your free time and in school than he is on the field, and that's a true father right there. I think that's a great example. And he's done a fantastic job with us guys, and it's just not so much as baseball to him. He wants it to be a family thing, and I think that's great for these younger kids to see. And I know even Hessen has mentioned it. He was a father figure, and that's exactly what he was. He took care of us. He watched over us, and for that, I'll always be grateful.
Thanks, Casey. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Matt Gelb had one more question. Go ahead, Matt.
as someone who lives in a big city up here in Philadelphia and don't really know much about your town, just can you describe your hometown to me? Like, tell me what it's like. It sounds like it's pretty small.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm sitting here looking at 5 or 6 big old rice bins, man. We are a big farming town. It's all fields, it's all corn, it's all rice, it's all beans. It's nothing but beat up old roads and jacked up old trucks and farmland. That's really all it is. It's like a small town, hick town is exactly what it is. So whatever you're probably picturing, that's probably exactly what it looks like. Got a bunch of fish farms here too. Just a bunch of farmland, man. Bunch of trees. Not really much to do here besides hunt and ride around. So definitely wouldn't want to live anywhere else. So I can tell you that.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, Casey, we're proud of you. Excited for you, man. Congratulations. Can't wait to watch you in a Phillies uniform.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you all.
See y'all later.